the copper street lamp, where the shadows gather slow, we shared a quiet moment in the amber evening glow. Your eyes were like a promise, wrapped in smoke and silver dust, a fragile vow unspoken but impossible to trust. The night hung low with music drifting faintly from the bars, a lullaby of longing underneath the city stars. And though the world kept turning, time stood still for you and me, suspended in the warmth of something we could never be. Under the copper street lamp's glow, we found a love we couldn't show, soft as footsteps in the snow, gone before we'd ever know. But in my heart the embers grow, under the copper street lamp's glow. Your hand brushed mine so lightly it was barely even there, but the spark it sent was brighter than the bulbs that lit the air. We talk about our futures like they weren't already planned, trying to rewrite destiny with touches of your hand. I wanted just a moment more, a second stretched in gold, but the night kept slipping gently, far too fragile to hold. Your quiet sigh said everything your lips refused to speak, a story told in shadows only jazz could ever see. Under the copper street lamp's glow, we found a love we couldn't show, soft as footsteps in the snow, gone before we'd ever know. But in my heart the embers grow, under the copper street lamp's glow. Maybe life is made of nights that pass before they start, moments that dissolve, believe a fingerprint on the heart. Though we drifted forward into lives we couldn't share, the copper light still flickers like you're somehow standing there. Under the copper street lamp's glow, I loved you more than you could know. Even as we let it go, the memory warms me so, forever in the under the copper street lamp's glow. As honey on your skin, and the evening hums a rhythm calling us to step within. Your laughter hits the air like a trumpet's playful tune, and suddenly we're dancing through a gold-lit afternoon. Every moment sparkles like a record set to spin, pulling us together as the daylight settles in. Golden hours swing, lift me where the shadows dance. Let the sunset paint our hearts in amber circumstance. Turn me through the twilight where the sky forgets to fade. The breeze is tapping lightly like a drummer keeping time. Your silhouette is glowing in a perfect silent rhyme. We glide across the pavement like two notes in harmony, wrapped inside a melody the world can't help but see. Even when the darkness steals the colors from the sky, I'll still feel that golden moment glowing in your eyes. Golden hours swing, lift me where the shadows dance. Let the sunset paint our hearts in amber circumstance. Turn me through the twilight where the sky forgets to fade. Golden hours swing where love is softly made. The midnight carousel is spinning softly in the dark, a glimmer in the shadows like a dream that leaves a mark. The horses move in circles painted silver, gold and blue, and every turn reminds me of the nights I spent with you. The music hums a lullaby, the wind begins to chase a haunting little rhythm only night can truly trace. Midnight carousel jazz, take me where the echoes glide, where the memories keep turning, though the truth is hard to hide. Let the painted lights surround me as the world begins to pass. Midnight carousel jazz, spin me through the glass. Like stardust in the corners of my mind, a fleeting bit of magic time refuses to rewind. I hear it in the trumpets and the saxophones that sigh, a bittersweet remembrance in a moonlit lullaby. Maybe life's a carousel, we rise, we fall, we sway, but somehow keep on moving. Carousel jazz, turn me one more time tonight. Let the music summertime. Your laughter drifts like petals floating softly in the breeze, and suddenly the moment feels impossibly at ease. I watch the golden shimmer dancing gently through your hair, like magic made of memories that linger in the air. And every beat of my heart begins to fall, like golden dust cascading from the ceiling to the wall. Gold dust in the air, floating everywhere, caught inside your stare. Love beyond compare, even when you're unaware, you fill the sky with gold dust in the air. Quiet secret rhythm only you and I could swim. Your voice became a melody that wrapped around my spine, soft and warm and gentle like a mellow vintage wine. And though the night grew colder as the hours drifted past, the gold within your presence made the moment seem to last. I knew I'd chase that glow no matter where it led, a warmth that lived in every single word you said. Gold dust in the air, floating everywhere, caught inside your stare. Love beyond compare, even when you're unaware, you fill the sky with gold dust in the air. Sometimes life grows heavy and the night begins to fall, but your golden spark stays shining underneath it all. Even in the shadows, even through the fear, your warmth becomes the reason that the dark turns clear. Gold dust in the air, soft beyond repair. Even when you're not there, I breathe the glow you share. Every moment, every prayer you leave. Gold dust in the air. Candles flicker softly, drawing shadows on the wall. a room of quiet secrets where the night begins to fall. Your eyes are full of questions you're afraid for me to hear. But darling, in this silence, every truth becomes so clear. Your trembling hands unfold like a story in the flame, a tender invitation calling softly out my name. Candlelit confessions, let the honesty begin. Strip away the distance lying quietly within. In the glow of fading fire, let our hearts make the corrections. Candlelit confessions. Love needs no protection. Echoes of the words we meant to say, but fear kept them hidden, locked and tucked away. Tonight the air is sacred, holding every fragile line. Now I can see the truth reflected in the shine. If love survives the shadows, then it's strong enough to stay, a flame that burns with patience even when the light decays. Oh, candlelit confessions, let the honesty begin. Strip away the distance lying quietly way within. In the glow of fading fire, let our hearts make the corrections. Candlelit confessions. No protection. Candlelit confession. Is rising as the vinyl starts to spin, a deep and sultry rhythm pulling fire from within. The room is painted indigo by music in the air, a haze of mellow sweetness settling gently everywhere. Every note is drifting like a cloud of midnight wine, blurring all the edges where your memory meets mine. Blueberry smoke and rhythm, take me where the shadows play. Let the bass line shake my heartbeat in a smoky sweet ballet. I'll disappear in melodies that drift the night away. Blueberry smoke and rhythm, carry me today. Carry me today. The piano hums a low tune like a secret in the dark, a velvet little story with a slow and heavy spark. The walls are coated softly in a cobalt color glow, a symphony of longing in a room that moves too slow. If longing taste like this tonight. A mixture of the blues and something sweet enough to buy. Blueberry smoke and rhythm, take me where the shadows play. Let the bass line shake my heartbeat in a smoky sweet ballet. I'll disappear in melodies that drift the night away. Blueberry smoke and rhythm, carry me today. The night unfolds in silver and the city starts to breathe. A gentle wind reminds me of the songs we used to weave. Your footsteps on the pavement echo softly in my mind. A rhythm made of longing, leaving aching hearts behind. The velvet moon is glowing as it rises in the sky, and every time I see it, I can't help but wonder why. Why love can feel so close and still be far away. Why memories grow louder in the quiet of the day. Velvet moon serenade, where the dreams we made still fade. You're a melody that stayed even when the light betrayed, and in the shadows that we lay, I still hear our serenade. We dance along the shoreline where the water kissed the sand. Your fingers drawing promises across my trembling hand. The stars above were swaying as if humming to our tune, and everything felt endless underneath that glowing moon. But time, a gentle thief, steals the warmth from every night, leaving only traces of a once familiar life. I keep replaying moments we could not replay, a quiet wish still lingering where my heart began to sway. Velvet moon serenade, where the dreams we made still fade. You're I still hear our serenade. Where sadness softly lies. We speak in quiet glances where the truth is hiding still. A symphony of silence neither one of us can kill. The sunset sinks around us like a curtain closing fast. A final golden moment wrapped in memories of the past. Not every love is meant to last, some only meant to shine. A marigold reminder of the days when you were mine. gray sky with the raindrops falling slow. Your laughter mixed with thunder in a rhythm soft and low. The puddles on the pavement mirrored lights along the street, and every slow step echoed with a heartbeat at my feet. You held the umbrella tilted gently toward my side. For a moment I believed that love could be our guide. But storms don't last forever and the warmth can fade away, leaving only distant echoes of a once familiar day. Slow steps in the rain, like a half-forgotten refrain. Warm then gone again, a bittersweet jazz pain. Every drop explains why hearts can feel the strain. We whispered soft confessions while the streetlights flickered gold. A fragile little story in the night we tried to hold. Your fingers brushed against mine with a quiet, nervous grace. A fleeting spark that vanished in the shadows on your face. And though the night kept shining with a gentle, warm embrace, there was something in your silence I was never meant to chase. I wish that I had known the truth that lingered in your eyes before our tender moments slipped beneath the changing skies. Slow steps in the rain, like a half-forgotten refrain. Warm then gone again, a bittersweet jazz pain. Every drop explains why hearts can feel the strain. Maybe we were too fragile for the storm we tried to be. Maybe shadows in the raindrops pulled us underneath our feet. But even now I hear your voice between the clouds that cry, a melody of memories that never said goodbye. Slow steps in the rain, lingering like a soft refrain. Love that slipped down the drain, yet echoes still remain through every road and every lane. I feel our footsteps in the rain. The candles burn like stories melting gently into time. Their warm and trembling glow becomes a quiet, fragile rhyme. Your shadow flickers softly on the wall across the room, a fading silhouette that still outshines the creeping gloom. I breathe the silent atmosphere of moments we once made, and hear your voice like echoes drifting through the dim cascade. The night holds on to memories that never learn to fade, a song of warmth and longing that the candlelight replayed. Candlelight echoes call through this quiet, fragile hall. Every flame begins to fall, but I still hear it all. Soft reminders standing tall. Candlelight echoes call. The jazz guitar is humming with a tender broken grace, a serenade of sweetness that your hands could once embrace. I watch the wax drip slowly like the hours we let slip, a rhythm made of longing dancing at my tightened grip. Your scent, your touch, your breath remain in every flicker's glow, a gentle warmth that lingers where the shadows ebb and flow. I try to chase the night away, but memories won't let go. They rise again with every spark the candle chooses to show. Candlelight echoes call through this quiet, fragile hall. Every flame begins to fall, but I still hear it all. Soft reminders standing tall. Candlelight echoes call. The morning ever comes and washes all the shadows clean. Will your warmth still linger softly in the spaces left between? Or will the echoes fade like embers, losing all that glow? Just another story drifting where forgotten moments go. Candlelight echoes call, even as the flames grow small, in the rise and in the fall. I'll always hear you draw. You were once my all in all. Candlelight echoes call. Candlelight echoes The room is filled with amber light and shadows on the wall. A quiet jazz piano playing somewhere down the hall. The smoke curls up like secrets floating past my lips, soft reminders of the nights wrapped in your fingertips. I feel your echo drifting through the dim and fading glow, a whisper in the smoke that only I could ever know. Every flicker of the flame brings your memory back again, like a story told in whispers where beginnings never end. Whispers in the smoke tonight, fading slow in amber light. Shadows dance then slip from sight, taking pieces of our night. Every breath is warm and slight. Your whispers in the smoke tonight. The saxophone is crying with a gentle aching tone, a song of broken promises we never could atone. I trace the hazy outlines of the love that we once knew, a silhouette of tenderness I still can't undo. Your laughter lingers fragrance made of memory and never-ending gloom. And though I try to chase the past beyond the evening's haze, your presence keeps returning like a ghost that never fades. Whispers in the smoke tonight, fading slow in amber light. Shadows dance then slip from sight, taking pieces of our night. Every breath is warm and slight. Your whispers in the smoke tonight. Maybe time will clear the haze and lift the midnight air, but for now I'm breathing moments filled with you still everywhere. A gentle voice I can't let go, a truth I can't unsee. Your whisper curls around the smoke and wraps itself in me. Whispers in the smoke tonight, still drifting in the fading light. Love once warm, now barely bright, but holding on with fragile might. I close my eyes and feel you right. Your whispers in the smoke tonight. Your whispers in the smoke tonight. The night is filled with quiet as the city starts to fade, and I'm sitting by the window where our memories were made. A dusty old piano waits for fingers that are gone, but the shadows dance upon the keys like they're still holding on. Your melody comes drifting from the corners of the past, a song of soft devotion that we never made to last. And though I try to play a tune that doesn't feel like you, the shadows on the piano keep revealing something true. Shadows on the piano keys, moving with a gentle breeze, haunting every chord I seize, bringing back old memories. No matter how my heart disagrees, there are shadows on the piano keys. I press a note and suddenly the room begins to glow. A warmth that comes from places only you and I could know. The rhythm wraps around me like your hands once held my own, and I'm lost inside the echoes of a love I've never shown. The chords unravel stories we were too afraid to speak, fragile as a trembling breath, tender as the week. I try to turn the page, but all the music feels the same, still colored by the memories that whisper out your name. Shadows on the piano keys, moving with a gentle breeze, haunting every chord I seize, bringing back old memories. No matter how my heart disagrees, there are shadows on the piano keys. Maybe someday the melody will fade into the light, but tonight the keys are glowing with the echo of our night. And although the room is silent, I can hear your gentle plea, a promise hidden softly in the minor harmony. Shadows on the piano keys, still swaying through the melodies. A haunting calm that never flees, carried by the midnight seas. I'm forever tied to these shadows on the piano keys. Oh, the piano keys. And wearing fire, every step a blazing spark, turning all the whispered shadows bright against the dark. The band hit up a rhythm just as you took center floor, and every eye was captured as you spun a little more. Your smile lit the room like a trumpet cutting clear, a daring kind of brilliance everyone could hear. Red dress rendezvous, darling, what am I to do? You're a melody of danger tinted with a touch of blue. You move like burning colors slipping through the smoky hue. Red dress rendezvous, I'm falling into you. Carried on a jazzy breeze, dancing through the spotlight with a rhythm built to tease. The bass begins to tremble when you drift a little near, and suddenly the music is the only thing I hear. If passion is a tempo, then you're beating in my soul, a wild and vivid rhythm. I can't help but lose control. Touch of blue, you move like burning colors slipping through the smoky hue. Red dress rendezvous, I'm falling into you. Dress rendezvous, darling. past 12. The city's breathing slow. The neon lights are fading where the lonely people go. I'm holding on to memories that drift like cigarette smoke, trying to hear your laughter in the silence that you broke. Every cup of midnight coffee tastes like yesterday, bitter on my tongue, just like the words you couldn't say. And though the night keeps whispering your name, I know tomorrow's morning won't feel the same. Oh, these midnight coffee blues, I stay awake replaying you in the quiet glow, in the fading moon. Your shadow lingers in this empty room. Every sip reminds me of the truth. I'm still drowning in these midnight coffee blues. The radio hums a tune we used to slow dance to, soft and warm and aching with a hint of something blue. I close my eyes and swear I feel your fingers on my spine, a tender ghost of moments when your heartbeat felt like mine. But time keeps marching forward even when the heart refuses, and every love that's lost becomes a song the night reuses. I try to let go, but the darkness holds your face, a fragile dream I'm chasing through this empty place. Oh, these midnight coffee blues, I stay awake replaying you in the quiet glow, in the fading moon. Your shadow lingers in this empty room. Every sip reminds me of the truth. I'm still drowning in these midnight coffee blues. Oh, 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 yeah. Maybe someday I'll wake up and the memories will fade. The corners of my heart no longer holding your shade. But tonight the world is quiet and the past feels so alive, and I'm lost between the used to be's and the hours after 5. So I pour another cup just to hear the warmth it brings, hoping maybe in the steam I'll find the sound of you in strings. Oh, these midnight coffee blues still echo with the love I knew. And even though the dawn is breaking soon, I'm stuck beneath this heavy moon. I keep hoping for a different truth, but I'm still falling into these midnight coffee blues. Your shadow moves beside me, though the night is cold and still. A tango in the darkness that I follow against my will. The moonlight cuts a silhouette of memories we knew, every step I take feels like I'm dancing back to you. The silence plays a rhythm that I recognize too well, a slow and aching heartbeat where our broken stories dwell. Shadow tango blues pulling me where I once fell, every movement whispering the secrets we don't tell. I'm dancing with the echoes of a love I couldn't choose, wrapped inside the midnight of these shadow tango blues. Your voice comes back in fragments like a saxophone in rain, soft and low and smoky with a touch of quiet pain. The city feels deserted, but the music never dies. It lingers in the corners like the memory of your eyes. If love's a dance we lost, then let the darkness take the lead, for even broken rhythms are the ones my heart still needs. Shadow tango blues pulling me where I once fell, every movement whispering the secrets we don't tell. I'm dancing with the echoes of a love I couldn't choose, wrapped inside the midnight of these shadows. Tango blues. The glass is full of fire, blowing gently in my hand, a quiet bar of whispers where the lonely people stand. Your memory tastes like whiskey, warm, familiar, bittersweet, a burning kind of comfort that my heart can't help but meet. Starlight drips through windows with a soft and silver glow, and for a moment I can feel you like you never let me go. Starlit whiskey night, stay with me until the dawn. Let the amber light remind me where our love has gone. I'll drink to every promise and the ones we couldn't keep. Starlit whiskey night, sing me back to sleep. The smoke curls like a memory rising slowly from the past. Your voice a faint reminder of a love too bright to last. The piano hums our story in a low and tender tune, a quiet fragile melody that disappears too soon. Maybe love is whiskey, warm and burning for a while, fading into silence with a softly bitter smile. Starlit whiskey night, stay with me until the dawn. Let the amber light
they tap against my pain, a quiet lullaby that soothes the ache behind my name. The city lights are fading into colors soft and gray, and I'm trying to forget the things I never meant to say. Your memory curls around me like a blanket worn and thin, a fragile fading comfort that still warms me from within. Lullaby for a lonely heart, sing me through the night. Hold my trembling edges in your gentle fading light. Wrap me in the kindness where your love once used to start. Lullaby for a lonely heart. Heal this silent heart. Your voice remains a whisper drifting softly through my room, a haunting little echo woven deep within the gloom. I close my eyes to feel you like a gentle fading kiss, a harmony of longing wrapped in bitter soil abyss. Maybe love's a lullaby that only some can hear, a trembling little melody that disappears with fear. Lullaby for a lonely heart, sing me through the night. Hold my trembling edges in your gentle fading light. Wrap me in the kindness where your love once used to start. Lullaby for a lonely heart. Lullaby for a lonely heart. Rain is tapping gently on the rooftop overhead, a quiet, lonely rhythm for the words we left unsaid. The window glows in blue as the city fades to gray, and your memory comes knocking in its slow, familiar way. I see a silhouette in every shadow that I trace, a ghost of warmth still lingering in this forgotten place. Every raindrop feels like something I already knew, another tiny echo of the nights I spent with you. Blue window reflections, pain in old connections, a heart in introspection, lost in its direction. I still see your imperfections like a lover's resurrection. The jazz record is spinning, crackling low and soft, a tune you used to hum when we were drifting in the loft. The dim light flickers slowly on the memories we made, warm like fleeting sunshine that the thunderstorm betrayed. I close my eyes and breathe, but I still feel gentle lake, the kind of hurt that lingers even when you're wide awake. I try to shut it out, but the rhythm pulls me into the echo of the nights where we let our hearts begin. Blue window reflections, pain in old connections, a heart in introspection, lost in its direction. I still see your imperfections, like a lover's resurrection. Of my mind, maybe dawn will tell me what I've never dared to find. But tonight the window glows the same deep shade of blue, and every drop reminds me that my heart still runs to you. Blue window reflections, holding past affections, in drifting recollections I find no disconnection. Even through corrections, you return in my reflection.
The city glows in saffron as the streetlights flicker on, a golden haze that lingers long after day is gone. A saxophone is crying from an alley down the street, a melody of nightfall where the restless shadows meet. The world becomes a painting brushed in amber, smoke and chrome, and suddenly the sidewalks start to feel like home. Saffron city nights, burn your colors into me. Let your golden rhythm set my wandering spirit free. I'm dancing through your alleys where the pulse of jazz ignites. Saffron city nights, take me through your life. The traffic hums a rhythm like a bass line in disguise. The neon signs are flickering like fire in the skies. I move between the shadows where the heartbeat never ends. A city built on music, broken hearts and secret friends. The night is full of stories that the sunrise steals away, but in the saffron wonderland I wish that I could stay. Saffron city nights, burn your colors into me. Let your golden rhythm set my wandering spirit free. I'm dancing through your alleys where the pulse of jazz ignites.
The air is warm and golden as the evening settles in. A honey breeze comes drifting like a soft and silent sin. The lanterns glow like fireflies above the cobblestone. And somewhere in the night I swear I hear your gentle tone. Your laughter floats like jasmine blooming quietly at night. A sweetness that unfolds beneath the pale and tender light. And though you've gone beyond the path where I can never be, your fragrance lingers softly in the wind that brushes me. Honey, night breeze moving through the trees, sweet as memories, soft as melodies, every sigh agrees. You're the honeyed night breeze. We wander through the city with the moonlight on our skin, a fleeting kind of magic that the night kept folding in. Your voice was like a whisper wrapped in velvet, smooth and slow, a tender jazz confession drifting through the afterglow. I never told you clearly what my trembling heart confessed, but the night breeze carried everything I failed to express. If love was made of moments, then we lived in every one. Before the morning scattered what the moonlight had begun. A honey night breeze moving through the trees, sweet as memories, soft as melodies, every sigh agrees. You're the honeyed night breeze. If I could hold a moment, I would catch it in the wind, a fragile piece of sweetness from the night we live within. But time is like a breath that disappears before you see